Thank you, Chowan, for joining us here today. We have Malique Frazier, wide receiver, Paul Johnson, head coach, and Malachi Howell on the defensive line. Coach, you want to start us with an opening statement, and then we'll get into some questions.
Yeah, good morning. I'm the head coach at Chowan University. We're excited about our opportunity to play in this inaugural season at Conference Carolinas. With this going to be an extremely competitive conference. I think we can create some really good rivalries. I think it limits travel, and we're just excited about the opportunity to just compete. It's been a great couple of years in the Gulf South. We've learned a lot, but travel is a lot. So we're excited not to have 14, 15-hour trips, and just ready to get to work.
Absolutely, Coach. I'm just going to jump right into it. So it's year 3 at the helm for you. How would you describe the identity that you're building here at Chowan?
I think our identity is about being consistent. We talk about that all the time in our locker room. It took me 2 years to really build the roster to get it to where I want it to be. So when I speak of being consistent, this is the year 3, so we have the most returners I've ever had at this moment, which is incredible. With the transfer portal, how things are going. Yeah, you're going to lose a few in there, but being able to keep some of the same guys, like we'll start with most of our players that we played with in the spring, which is the first time it's ever happened. So, having that ability to build a consistent roster, which is going to create, a family environment, and, everybody knows each other, so it feels a lot better.
Primarily veteran-led, how have you seen those older guys step into their leadership role and bringing some of the younger guys under their wing?
We got a lot of great leaders that aren't even here. These are just 2 of them. It's been great because I don't have to jump on everything. We got a player-led team right now, so, if I see something, I don't have to say anything. I know the players are going to take care of that. So there's more than just these 2. We got a great group of guys on offense and defense.
Go a little bit more in depth about what it means to you to see a player-led team and how that makes you feel knowing that you've poured into these guys to be able to pour into their teammates.
For me, you just know when you have a player-led team, it's not about what you see them doing when they're in the facility, because every player is going to be able to, show you what they, who they are when they're around you, when they're at practice. But what I like about having a player-led team is I know what's going on in the apartments, in the dorm rooms. I'm not getting those emails, those phone calls, or anything like that anymore. So I know we're doing the right things. So when you got your players outside of the building, bringing the freshmen along, I know we got a great group.
Absolutely. And then jumping into football IQ a little bit, last season your defense generated 11 interceptions. What gives you the confidence in that unit's playmaking ability?
Well, I think, our defense is not a defense that you can just sit there and throw the ball on. I mean, we're 3 down. We drop 8 a lot. So, the windows are tight. So, you're going to have to try to run the ball. Throwing the ball is probably not what you want to do versus us. So, I love the players that we got coming back on defense. We've recruited well this offseason, but we're returning starters at those positions. That finally it'll be year 2 in the defense. They know it like the back of their hand. So, we'll only get better on defense.
Absolutely, and returning some starters on offense as well. What's the key to generating success on offense for
Quarterback.
you?
We returned Maurice Smith, who was our starter last year. Going in year 2, that's huge. Everybody wants their starting quarterback back. So I think it's incredible with his ability to, know the playbook. He's kind of be out there on the field. He knows it in and out. He's a great leader on and off the field. He's one of those consistent human beings that I talk about. He's really, really our true leader on offense, and he can get us going. He can do it with his legs and his arm, and he's smart.
I love that you jumped on that answer right away. How have you seen Maurice grow this offseason? Where have you seen him improve?
Lead. He's more consistent. He's more vocal. A lot of it's just sometimes he's not a guy. He'll chirp, but he's also a guy that shows up and works every day. I think he's built incredible relationships with his teammates. So I think they're always at his apartment. They're always hanging out, doing Bible study. You can just see the genuine relationship. When he came in, he's competing and trying to find his way. But we got great competition with the backup quarterback. We call him Jelly. His name's Nigel Johnson. That's created a whole nother sense of urgency in Maurice. Right. So I like to see that. But they got a great friendship, and I'm excited for the fall.
And then last question for you, Coach. What should fans and opponents expect to see from this year's team at Chowan?
We're going to be fast, physical. We're going to fly around. You're going to see consistency. We're going to show up every week. We got to get a road win. We haven't did that since I've been here, so we're excited about, getting on the road so we can get that monkey off our back.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach. And then Malique, just jumping over to you. Heading into your senior season, how has your game evolved since your freshman year?
It evolved a lot, like just being consistent, just working like consistently, like perfecting my craft and things in that nature. Just staying consistent on top of everything, make sure I got everything that I need to do.
How have you learned to stay consistent? What are those keys for you?
Yeah, see, staying consistent is hard. So it's just a mindset, just knowing like you got to do it on days that you don't feel like doing it, and those are days that either make you or break you.
Yeah, and chemistry for you is going to be crucial with your quarterback. How have you built that chemistry with Maurice during the off season and over your time together?
We spent a lot of time together, like Coach said, like Bible study, like going over the playbook, throwing, like during the off season, working out together. Just talking, getting to know each other a little bit more, because we came in together last year in the fall, so we didn't have that chemistry. But now that he's coming back, we spend a lot of time together in the spring and summer also.
Yeah, in a couple of words, how would you describe this year's offense?
Oh, fantastic. It's going to be a fantastic offense that we got right now.
Absolutely, and describe the depth that you've seen in the wide receiver room.
It came a long way. Like, when I came in from last year, we had a lot of young guys. Now that Coach brought in, like, a lot of transfer, like Luke Crawl, Dominique Haney, those guys, like, going to help the offense out in the long run.
How have you been able to mentor some of those transfers?
Just talking to them, like, just anything that when they come in, they have any questions, I'll just tell them, like, just stay with it, stay consistent. If you have any questions, like, you can come to me about everything. And we built a bond, like, when they came here in the spring.
Absolutely, and I've got a fun question for you. Show me your touchdown celebration. Oh, he's getting up. Hey.
There's a little trip out there that I got.
You got the moves. Yeah. Love to see it. And then coming over to you, Malachi. You're going into your senior year. How are you using your experience, whether that's on the field, maybe on the sidelines when you're not out there, to lead the younger guys in your position group?
Yes, ma'am. I spend a lot of time with them. When I'm not playing, I put a lot of workouts together defensively, just to know the guys. Kind of like Maurice, I also help lead Bible studies, just taking it to a personal level, trying to be authentic with them. So.
How would you describe your leadership? You touched on it right there, being a more hands-on.
Yeah. Yesterday we talked about this. I call it stirring compassion. I've been shown a lot of grace and mercy throughout my career as a football player, and just extending an encouraging hand, but also being able to be like, let's go, let's get it. And yeah.
Yeah, a lot of grace and mercy for your career. What part of your game has grown the most since last season?
I would say just being more relentless, sticking to it, and pushing through adversity. Trying to be different, and just standing out in that way of being relentless in everything I do.
What ways have you worked to be more relentless?
The weight room. I try to hit the weight room every day. We've got certain circuits that are very tough, and just passing the mental break that sometimes try to tell you to quit, but you just got to keep going. So.
Absolutely, your mind will get you there.
Yeah.
What teammate do you work closest with, and why?
It's actually funny. I play defensive end, but my best friend is the quarterback.
Okay.
Maurice Smith Jr. He's my best friend. He loves the Lord and helps me to grow in that way, and we push each other spiritually. But I mean, he knows our whole offense. He's an offensive guy, so just being able to like see what a quarterback does, his day in out, like his day in life, and seeing how a quarterback operates helps me to just like imagine. I like SpongeBob a lot, so I think about imagination. I just imagine other quarterbacks acting in that way, and I just want to obviously go get them. So
absolutely. What makes you so close with Maurice? You touched on it a little bit there.
I would honestly say the Lord. I met him last fall, and we were in the weight room, and I was actually playing some Christian rap, and he came downstairs. And I was like, hey, one of you guys want to get on the music? Because I was like, oh, they're probably not going to like my music or whatever. And he goes, if I play music, I'm going to play gospel. And I was like, hey, me too. And ever since that day, we just hit it off. And so I spent a lot of time with that guy.
That's a great way to bond over.
Yes, ma'am. And
fun question for you, too. Take me through that moment when you completely blow up a play in the backfield.
I'm screaming. I'm like, ah! I'm ready to go, man. It's a great feeling getting a sack, but I love the run game. I love the run game. Being able to stop the run's a great feeling as a defensive lineman. So, yes, man.
Yeah, fired up already.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach Johnson, this is Eric Lusk from NC Football News.
All right, Eric.
Just wanted to ask you a little bit about, this is year 3. Chowan has had a lot of transition, roster transition, now conference transition. Do you feel like this is kind of the year where everything settles down? You can get your system in place. It's kind of a breakout year for the Hawks.
Yeah, I would say things have been in place and settled down. Year 1 in the Gulf South, yeah, everything was a challenge. But year 2, we had a chance to win some games. I think when you have that much transition, you got to learn how to win the games. And I think, we blew a lot of games last year just because we weren't there yet. But we did win some games and things were settled. And we're excited about year 3 in the conference for Conference Carolinas just because I think it's going to be a fantastic way to create rivalries and it shortens travel. I still got some long trips. Like, we're still going to West Florida. Shorter, still 10 hours, but the Gulf South being in there for 2 years has built you for that. You think of 10 hours, you're like, that's not too bad. Okay, we could do that.
So what does the team do on a 14-hour bus trip to pass the time and to not go crazy?
Oh, that's easy. I mean, we bring the PS5. I let the kids play, especially with the NCAA out. Most kids sleep, though, and, we put movies on. You stop at Buc-ee's. Big fan of Buc-ee's. Shout out to Buc-ee's. Like, I tell you what I never heard of. It's the greatest gas station I've ever seen in my life. It's phenomenal. Yeah.
Sounds good. And maybe some questions for both Malique and Malachi. Just what brought you to Chowan? There's a lot of choices in schools. What brought you there? And just kind of what is the identity of this program in y'all's size?
Well, what brought me here is the head coach, this guy right here. I give him his flowers every day, and I tell him that I appreciate him every day. He gave me a chance that other people that didn't give me, and I just took advantage of it, and I'm very thankful for him for giving me that chance. And I just took it and ran with it, and this place is the best place. I've been happy ever since I've been here since last year, August. And it's been everything been going great and lovely. I just graduated this past May, and right now I'm going to grad year, and it's going to be a great year.
All right, appreciate it.
My turn. Yeah, so for me, it's like I tell everybody, a lot of doors opened and a lot of doors closed, but the Chowan doors stayed open. And I thank the Lord and I thank Coach Johnson for giving me the opportunity to play football again at the Division II level. I love my university, and this team is being consistent this year. We've had a lot of change and just the way that our culture is shifting. Being a player-led team that Coach Johnson said, it's a true thing. So, yeah.
We know about Maurice. Obviously, you know about you two guys. Who are some other people, some other names we need to be on the lookout for? Some guys who are ready for a breakout, or get to know this guy, from y'all's perspective.
Luke Crawl is number one. He's a receiver, slot receiver that we brought in from Charleston University. He's the guy that's going to come in and help build the program, help build the offense, and get everything flowing. And he's a great piece to have on the offense side next to me and my other teammate, Jacoby Lane. And also Dominique Haney. We brought in some trees. We needed some trees. He's like 6'2", 6'3", and we need somebody big on the outside. So those are two guys on the offensive side that I would say to look out for.
Okay. All right, how about on the defensive side? Either one of you.
Yeah. Defensively, we've got a DB transfer coming in, Shamar Dindy. He's fast, he's physical, he knows football. He's going to be a dangerous guy to watch if you're throwing the ball. Coming downhill, he's very fast, he likes to hit. We've also got some new D-line transfers coming in. We've got.
All right. That's enough for that. No. Let's we forget about the big boys. We are returning, I think 4 returning starters on the offensive line, so we're real excited about that. I would say shout out Knowledge Brody, does a great job. He's our left tackle. Our center, Big Mike's back. Our right guard's back, Isaiah Sharp. We've had guys for a couple of years now, so the offensive line is ready to go.
All right. Appreciate it, gentlemen. Good luck this year.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
This is Conference Carolinas.